How's it going, guys? It is the Baker here, and today it's essentially going to be the start of my new channel. Ah, plane! Let's go chase him down. Anyways, this is basically going to be the introduction to my YouTube channel. So, essentially just going to be doing moto vlogs and things of that sort. Maybe venture out and try some new things as we go. Let's go chase this plane down though. See if we can get him fly over us. So cool. Trying not to eat shit on the gravel, but should be good. That's so cool. It still blows my mind that that huge chunk of metal going, I'm sure he's going faster than what it looks like, but just going that slow, that low, and he just stays in the air. Ah, crazy. This gravel's definitely a little thicker than a snick out here. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I got distracted. Oh, he's coming back. Ah! It's crazy how far humanity has come. And the fact that, well, if we don't take ourselves out, but how much further could we go? Because you think about people in the 60s or so, probably never would have thought about phones and so cool. But anyways, geez, keep getting distracted. But I live in Oklahoma, pretty much a very flat area. Kind of live out in the country now. And well, up until 3 months ago. 3 months ago I was in this city from the day I was born. And Mom decided she wanted to, you know, start homesteading or whatever. And I had bought a house and things fell through with that. I had the house for like 9 months, ended up having to move back in with my mom, but what can you do? Life's a lesson. Learn as you go. Sometimes you lead, sometimes you follow. Don't worry about what you don't know. Life's a dance, you learn as you go. In the farmland area, and I will say it is amazing, because I kind of just do whatever I want most of the time, other than go to work. I got to do that a solid 50 hours a week. But I've always wanted a motovlog. I grew up watching, you know, Do It Dan and Fooligan, and mainly Fooligan. Fooligan was, you know, the main reason I have the setup I do. I've always wanted a Grom, but I just never been able to get myself to, you know, especially after having bigger bikes. It was always hard for me to, you know, pull the trigger on getting something that little, even though from what I've heard from everybody that, you know, they'll choose that over their Harley or their sport bike. So eventually I do want to end up with one. Right now finances don't allow me, but I had a first bike I ever had was a V-Star 250. It was like a 2009 and super fun bike. Not really. Slow. I remember the gas cap rattled like no other. And then all my friends end up getting, you know, their first bikes were like CBR 300s and Ninja 300s. And I remember when I'd go ride with them, I couldn't keep up. It used to make me mad. So I think I had that one for maybe, I want to say 9 months to a year. And then I found a used Ninja 300 I think it was a 2014 model. I drove all the way to Arkansas, which probably I think it was like a 6-hour drive. I picked it up. It was low mileage, cheap. Apparently the previous owner had gotten it for their first bike and laid it over like instantly, and it scared them, so they decided to sell it. So heck of a deal. Rode that for, I want to say, 2 years, and then I ended up selling that because all my friends started getting into 600s, and I was like, I can't be left behind. So I started looking around. I always wanted an R6, and I remember I'd convinced my mom. We went to K&N Power Sports in Tulsa, and it was a 2018 R6, the like matte gray one, or whatever Yamaha calls that color. It was 2019 at the time, and it was still a 2018, so I guess they just left it over, and they clearanced it because they need to get rid of the older years. Anyway, so I showed up, worked out a deal. Yeah, so I had an R6 for a while. I'd say probably 2 years as well. Don't tend to keep bikes too long. I don't know why. I just always decide I want something different. About wrecked it plenty of times. And I remember I was going like 70 miles an hour. Oh, there's a plane again. I was going like 70 miles an hour, and it just cut off on me. Just didn't kill it or anything like that. Middle of the rev, I wasn't in a high gear for it to do it. Just cut off. I think the fuel pump cut out, because I think they're known to have issues with the fuel pumps. It just cut off on me while I was riding. Couldn't get it to start. And then I'm kind of weird. If I don't trust the bike, I don't like riding it. At the end of the day, like, you wreck on one of these most of the time, it's not going to be pretty. Yeah, I'll ride a clapped out vehicle all day long, but drive. But on a bike, it's different for me. I don't know. But yeah, it started having issues when it only had like, I want to say 1,500 miles on it. And so, yeah, and then on top of me almost wrecking it numerous times, I was like, you know what? Let's just sell it. I hardly ride it anymore. And so that's what I did. And I was like, I'm not going to buy a bike for a while. And then after, I want to say probably 8 years of hounding my dad to get a motorcycle to ride with me, after I was without a motorcycle for a year, my dad buys one. And I'm like, really, Dad? You gonna wait till I don't have a bike to get a bike? So he got a Yamaha TW200. He let me ride it, and I don't know, the way they handle compared to any other bikes, enduro, you know, style, is crazy. And so I was like, you know what, I think that's gonna be my next bike. I want to look into getting something that when we go to the lake we can, you know, use there, but also still ride on the street and have fun there. So that's what I did. I started looking into KTMs and Hondas and Husqvarnas, and I ended up deciding on a Husqvarna because, I don't know. Ooh, we motocrossing today. I decided, oh my gosh. And I like the way they look too. I mean, basically a KTM. I think they're just made in Sweden instead. So I think they bought them out in 2011, I want to say. But I don't know, by far, I would take this bike over an R6. That might be an unpopular opinion compared to most. Quite literally the most fun bike I've had, and I can do stuff like this. Eventually I want to make this a supermoto, even though I live on a dirt road. Not too far from the city. I think we have maybe a week left before the expensive part is done, which I'll show you guys here in a second. Pretty excited about it. We excited about it. I'll just spoil it, I guess. My supermotos came in about 2 weeks ago. Oh, I've wanted them since I bought this bike, which I bought this bike back in 2022, and it is a 2023 FE501S. And I was always in the debate on going with a 450 There's the plane again. Airplane. Should we wave to the motorcycle? Motorcycle wave. Howdy. And I always, you know, struggled if I wanted a 450 or a 500, which at the time I didn't know there was a 500 until I started looking around. I started seeing these pop up, so started doing my research there, and I found out that usually I've heard the longevity, the 500s are a little bit better. You guys can fact check me on that one because I'm not entirely sure, but I know the 450s were like every time they were coming in, they were already, you know, ordered in. They were hard to get at the time, and so 500 popped up. I called the dude. I was like, hey, is this, you know, still available or whatever? And he was like, yeah. He was like, they don't stay long either. So I just went in and put a deposit on it. I think it was like $500. And yeah, I think the next day I drove up there and bought this thing, and yeah, surprisingly I have 936 miles on it. I bought it brand new 3 years ago, and I've only put 900 miles on it. That tells you how much I ride, which the majority of them were from last year. Because I had kind of a long-term relationship, and you know, just kind of stuck in the ways of life. Didn't really get out of the house. I'd go to work, come home, just watch TV. But then that fell through along with the house, and this has been my therapy. So that's what I've been doing, and my whole life wanted a motovlog, so I feel like there's not a better opportunity than now. Just built a PC to edit. I've had the GoPro for a while, but I've been messing with the setup for like 3 weeks now. It's like every time there's something else. Can't get the angle right. I probably recorded an intro to my YouTube channel probably 4 or 5 times, and I just haven't liked any of them. We're gonna do it. We're gonna get it done. Oh, is he gonna fly over me? Come on. Dang it. Come back around. Come back around. Oh, is he gonna do it? Oh, he's gonna do it. He's gonna fly over us. Can we catch him? Can we catch him? Oh, I don't think we're going to. No! Dang it. He's quick. He's going quicker than it looks like he is. There's another one. He ain't doing the same job he is though, but well, he might be. I wonder how that works. So they have like an airport probably ways away. Gotta drive, go pick it up, take it out the hangar or whatever, and then come all the way back to his land, spray it, and then go back. I mean, that's really the only way I can think. I'm not a smart man. I never claimed to be. Yeah, she waved. Yay. I need to go find some jumps. So I've gotten this thing maybe 2 inches off the ground. I don't know. Other than wheeling, I can't wheelie. I can pop it up a little bit, but that's about it. But I need to get it up off the air. Scissor tail. There's one jump that I found that I think has potential. The thing is, it's basically in a no trespassing area, so that's gonna have to be like an evening activity where there's not people there working, like good Samaritans. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it? Come on, keep coming this way. No, he's turning too much. Oh, is he going the other way? Whoa. That was like an optical illusion. I thought he was coming towards me, but he wasn't. But plenty of corn and wheat around here. You can snack some. Get some free wheat. Ah, it's such a beautiful day. I think I'm going to see Lilo and Stitch today. And that's also another thing I want to motovlog for, is I want to just kind of record my progress with wheelies. Because that's my goal this summer. I want to be able to wheelie. I'm tired of people asking me at parking lots and stuff to pop a wheelie, and I got to be like, I'm sorry, I can't, man. I can just look cool and mysterious on my bike. That's about all I can do, and ride it, but impassable when wet. Same dog. But I think today's a perfect day to day drink, to be honest with you. Going to the city, gonna watch a movie, go to the theater that has a bar. I'm excited. What's that? I kind of want to explore that. It's private property, but there's wheat. I think it's almost ready. I don't know though. It still looks a little green. I'm hoping this works a little better. I know the previous setup I had, it was angled down. So it was like I couldn't see the skyline or anything like that hardly, but like a little sliver, and it was just all handlebars. So I didn't want to post anything like that. I don't know. I don't want to post anything that's crappy quality for you guys. Just also I'm OCD and I can't, if I'm gonna do something, I want to do it right and proper the first time. I want to hit some of these fields. Like, I'm not gonna hit nobody's farmland, but like that one's a good one. But also one of my biggest fears is barbed wire. I always think of the scene from the newer chips where they have that tow line in the car, and as they're pulling it back onto the wheels, that, you know, bike runs underneath it and decapitates the dude. So now I'm scared of that. Like, if I were to accidentally drive through some barbed wire, I could literally, you know, cause some real damage. This is my setup right now. It's gonna change dramatically too. I also want to record that. See, you know, the progress of my bike build. Trying to keep the miles low. That way, when it is cool and decked out, it's not at 10 to 15,000 miles. There's your mud. I would ride through it, but I literally just cleaned my bike. I literally cleaned it 2 days ago. I took this thing mudding the other day, but it, you can still see up underneath my, the top side of the back of the fender is still covered in dirt. I missed that spot. But my license plate was coated in mud for, say, 2 weeks. Illegal, but I didn't get stopped, so they ain't gotta know about it. Kind of want to go fish. Drink some beer and fish. Sounds like a great time to me. Oh, Big Semi, I'll let him go first. So he'll turn me into a pancake. Howdy. Yeah, he waved at me. Friendly kind of folk. I like that. Show him a cement mixer. Think we can hit this jump. Oh my gosh. Got a little bit of air there. It's like perfect. I want to make like a little motocross track here. It's like there's room for it. So I've never had room in my life. Now I have a dirt bike, so that can only mean one thing. Motocross track. That's about all I can do right there. So this marks the progress. That's probably the best wheelie I can, because once it gets high and I feel the gravity pulling on the back half of me, it scares me. It scared me a little. So we're just gonna have to get over that fear, and we will. It will happen this summer, and I want you guys to watch. So we're gonna go and kill this, but I do want to show you guys something. So, in my project truck, in this magical, mystical box, I have ta-da! Which these are the Warp 9. I went with the 4 1/4 in the rear. I think I got too many teeth. I got 48. I went with stock configuration, but with the smaller wheel, that's gonna do. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I've never claimed to be an expert in anything like this. But yeah, Warp 9 went with both 17-inch wheels, 4 1/4 in the back, 3 1/2 in the front, which I think that's the only size you can get in the front. We're gonna have a Supermoto here within a month. Well, Supermoto setup. But the only mod I've done is a fender eliminator kit, which my dumb friend wrecked my bike. Don't let anybody ride your bike, just letting you know unless they're capable. But yeah, freaking looped it. Got scratches there. The back fender, that's the main reason why I did it so soon. Because my blinker and all that, my brake light was just shredded. Got a little bit of scratches here. And then a small little crack on my foot peg. And shredded the grip off, but I went and replaced it with these. But yeah, this is it. And I think next Wednesday is going to be the day that I will have the Supermoto wheels on. So I got a new chain, new front sprocket, wheels, and then I'm going to go and take those brush guard wing thingies off. This should look how I want it to look in the next week. But anyways, that's it for today, guys. Just gonna kind of basic introduction. I don't know how exciting it was or anything like that. Hopefully the plane was cool enough for you guys. But with that being said, I'm hoping to upload once a week